yoga problems. Ow! Yeah, I got them. I got them today. In a major way, my friends, my tens of loyal listeners across the land, yogi practitioners as well. Thank you for joining me. My goodness. I just endured an epic 90-minute session at OBX Hot Yoga. Yeah, it's real. This was called Barkan Vinyasa Flow 90. An hour and a half. That's like the length of a feature film. You know what I'm saying? You are getting destroyed. Jimmy Barkan. Wow. I mean, I'm blown away. And yes, I will confess, today was a rare opportunity to break out the contact lenses, my friends. Because, as you know, if you listen to this class or know me personally, I have very poor eyesight. The myopia is intense. I really got smashed with that dreaded deficiency. Oh, fuck this shit. I'm gonna somehow make it across the street. Whoa! This is the dangerous place, bro. I'm telling you, this Route 12 is a monster. You really got to be on your toes. Oh, what a day, what a day. 90 minutes of intensity. Now, here's the thing. I put my contacts in on when I got there because I knew it was going to be a crowded class, or at least I anticipated a very crowded class. That was correct. It was wall to wall. And it was 90 minutes, and it was this new method called the Barkan Flow. I was like, dude, they're going to be calling poses I can't imagine, and I need to be able to see what's going on. Sometimes they call Chaka Chunka, Bugadinka, and I'm like looking around the room to make sure I know what I'm doing, and it worked out. I got there nice and early, got my corner spot. Oh, the corner spot was money. The corner spot enabled me to... What did it enable me to do? The corner spot enabled me to be like a little mouse. Quiet, spooky looking. Just not letting anything get to me. I was in the corner, and we did like a 5-round Vinyasa flow, and it murdered me. And I was for a moment, probably about 30 minutes in, I was like, this has been a really bad decision, my friend. You're in trouble. I'm not sure you're going to survive the 90 minutes. And it's like a faux pas to leave the class. They always say, like, don't leave the class. Just go to child's pose. And I'm like, yeah, if I just go to child's pose, I will have a panic attack. There was a moment when I was very close to thinking, I need to pull the ripcord on this mofo, just get out of here and just run and never come back. It crossed my mind. I won't lie. Oh, seemed like not a good situation. It kind of started out very intense, and I was like, I can't keep this level of intensity up for 90 minutes. 30 minutes in, I was winded, I was trashed. I mean, my body was extraordinarily destroyed. We had done this like Vinyasa flow that just builds on 5 rounds, and the rounds just keep building and building and building, and you're like, oh my gosh. It kind of reminded me of progressives. Remember those from high school? That's the last time I did a progressive, probably 10th or 11th grade gym class. If you're at the there's probably other words for them. I call them progressives, or at least the coaches I worked with did. You probably have a different name for it. But Suicides might be another way. They probably don't call them suicides anymore because that triggers people or something. So let's just call them progressives. But I don't know, that could trigger conservatives. Whatever. Everything's triggering. You should just come out of the womb and the doctor should smack you in the face and go, you're warned for life. Get used to it. Existence is going to be a biatch at times. Suck it up. Anyway, I'm doing progressives. A progressive is when you start the baseline of the basketball court and you go to the foul line. And you go back to the baseline. Then you go to the 3-point line or something. You go back to the... Did you get back to the foul line and the 3-point line, then back to the baseline? I don't remember, man. It's been so long. Half court. 3-point, half court. Foul line, half court. Baseline. Baseline to the other 3-point line. I mean, I don't remember if that's true, but it's like one of those things. The point I'm making is everything builds, my friends. That's our exercise, a sequence that just gets worse over time, and it seems like it's perpetual, and that's what it was. 5 series of Vinyasa flows. So it starts off with the, down dog, forward fold, halfway lift. They did these half moons. That was unique. Like you point, what they call them, Charlie Angel's fingers, where you're pointing up in the sky and arching back, and then a swan dive, halfway lift, jump back, chimichanga, chaturanga, bam, back in the down dog, leg up, knee to nose, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you do all that, but it's like you do one sequence, then they keep adding on to it for 5 rounds. The problem for me, the new to this experience, is that I don't know how many rounds we're going to endure. And I'm like, I started thinking in my brain, is it going to be like 20 rounds? And it just continues to build and destroy me. So when it ended at 5, I was very happy. And then we did a standing series, which was pretty nice. After that first half of class, we did something I've never experienced before, which was kind of nice. We did a halftime Shavasana, which is the corpse pose. That's like where you just lay down on your back and chill. And your brain goes off into outer space. Halfway through class, we did probably like a 10-minute Shavasana. And I love those lengthy Shavasanas, dude. Your mind can just wander into oblivion, and it's kind of fun. I don't know. I would recommend it strongly. It's a great way to unwind, decompress, clear your head. So that was weird. It was a weird thing to have a midway Shavasana. But then we eased back into it. And the rest of class wasn't as intense. So it starts off like punch you in the face. And then you do a Shavasana. You're like, what's next, man? Was that just a warm-up? I wasn't sure. But it actually evolved into a standing series, which I nailed. Trees, dancers, airplanes, side angles. We didn't do half moons. We didn't do a half moon. Come on, bro. It's my favorite. Half moon pie, man. That's the good stuff right there. I forgot. I gotta tell that dude, we didn't do the half moon, bro. Let's get into that. And then what did we do after that? I can't remember. I was kind of, barely keeping it together, to be quite honest. I made it somehow. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful day. It's a Saturday in the Outer Banks of North Kakalaki. Hitting up some coffee. I brewed this about 2 hours ago, and this container, this Yeti mug, this is an unsolicited endorsement. It's still somewhat warm and tasty. After many hours sitting in my car in the shade, granted, it's like 100 degrees out, but the car wasn't that warm. I don't know. I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting it to be that sort of pleasantly warm. It's a little, I'd like it a little bit hotter, but I recognize the constraints in the situation. I'm not expecting perfection. I mean, I'm a reasonable man. Oh. I'm tired. I'm gonna go home and take it. I'm just gonna sleep. That class was ridiculous, my friend. Oh, the instructor was excellent. He gave a lot of very clear instructions. Oh, we also at the end did a lot of like twisty poses, which I suck at. I'm really bad at that. My core is my weakest. I mean, my whole body is pretty lame. My core is among that, like the lowest of the low. Not only am I fat, I have no flexibility. So when we do these, like, lay on your back, pull up a leg, and twist it across your body, I can't do it, man. And then there's modifications of that, and it's just out of control. There's one, like, where you're crunched up like a ball, and you have your left foot over your right foot, and you're supposed to be like, whatever. I'm not even in the same zone as that pose. I'm on a different planet. I wonder if I could get better if I hired someone. I think I just need someone to force me into the poses, take my legs, manipulate my body. We've talked about this in the past. A little Giuseppe, what's that? The puppeteer, you know? Pinocchio, Giuseppe, Geppetto, whatever his name is. Like, could someone manipulate my body into impossible poses? Would I pay for such a thing? I might. I wore the contacts today, as I was beginning earlier, to explain, because I want to be able to see what's going on. And I gotta tell you, this class, I don't know, it's probably because we're down by the beach. There are just people that are in redonkulous shape. And I'm like, I do not fit in this environment. But I don't care. I just acknowledge it and don't let it bother me. But I just know. And I don't know, could I have the capacity to shape and transform my body into these, like, Adonis and what's the female version of Adonis? Adonis is a guy, right? A woman is like Venus. I'm talking about Greek gods and goddesses, bro. Let's go. Merman. Remember Merman from He-Man? Merman. He-Man, I'm coming to get you. Oh, yeah! Traffic time on Route 12. I know it's going to happen today because it's Saturday and I shouldn't have left the northern part of the Outer Banks, my friends. This is the lesson we will learn together. We will suffer in heavy traffic at 10:40 a.m. on a beautiful Saturday morning. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to get stuck here for a while. Maybe not. I think I'll beat it. It is definitely picking up. But I think what's happening is we have a lot of exiting traffic from the southern end of the island. And we have what I think I will encounter momentarily, a lot of incoming traffic from the next round of renters comes in on Saturday, a good chunk of them. And if you want to get here, you get here early, then you hang out at a bar until your house opens around 4 o'clock. Anytime after noon, you're in deep doo-doo, man, if you're trying to get back into the northern part of the island, because you're just going to hit it. That's when all the people are crushing in there. So maybe I beat it. I don't know. Fingers crossed. We're going to endure this together either way. I got the green arrow. Oh, no. As soon as I said I got the green arrow, it left. Oh, that guy ran a red arrow. You ran it, buddy. Somebody go get him, man. It's not cool. He ran the green arrow, dude. He ran a red arrow. What are you doing? Oh, there's a ton of traffic. There's so many people coming in. northern neck of the island. It's not even prime season. August is a beautiful time down here. It's still somewhat busy. But did we talk about this? I think we did recently. Like the school schedules have really changed. So I think a lot of families aren't able to come down this time. All right, I'm going to hit this. I'm going to bust a right on the red arrow. Are we good with this? Yes, we are. That's how you do it right there, my friends. Oh, my goodness. Oh boy. We're hitting the traffic. It's not too bad, as long as it keeps moving. As long as people drive and don't just, take their car for a walk, then we're going to be okay. But it's going to be a little creep and crawl, I have a feeling. Here as we enter Southern Shores. Southern Shores is a fascinating little town. It's a little, it's got a little thing at the end there, like some restaurants and stuff, but it's mostly homes. It's not close to, to me, not close enough to bars and action, where you need to get some Action Jackson, Satisfaction, Tony Braxton. Oh, goodness. Oh, what time is it? 10:45. I'll tell you what. It's bright out here. When you wear your sunglasses, you can get so locked in. Oh, there's people crossing the street. You gotta let them cross the street. Come on, man. 4x4 pickup trucks. You know what the version of the OBX version of the dune buggy is, which we were talking about on Raff's Brain a couple episodes ago, this dune buggy takeover in Buchanan, West Virginia. All of Appalachia, really. The 4x4s, what they call them, the 2x2s is what they call them. The version of that down here is the golf cart. Electric golf carts are off the chain, dude. These things are everywhere. Is that what it means to be off the chain? I don't even know what that means. I've heard that saying. I will say, I've never used the phrase off the chain until right there. I don't think I've ever spoken that lingo. That was a little bit after my time. To say something was off the hook, I think was what I would have said back in the day. Man, that party was off the hook. And then I heard some younger person, just a couple years after I got out of law school, say, oh man, something was off the chain. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's off the hook. Not off the chain. What are you talking about? Hooks and chains? I mean, the hook is much cooler than the chain, bro. Chains are dangerous. So, I don't know where that phrase came from. This is tough. I will confess, I'm not used to this long of a drive post-hot yoga, and certainly not after a 90-minute torture session like that. I think getting out of the car is going to be very challenging. My muscles are starting to condense and atrophy. I'm afraid it's going to be a very ugly situation. Climbing stairs to get to the bedroom, crashing into the bed and trying to just let my body recover a little bit. Oh. I was worried I wasn't going to make it. I had a couple beers last night. I was like, I woke up this morning. I wasn't feeling it, man. I did not want to go, but I registered for the class. How often do you register for a class with all the best intentions? I was pounding a few beers last night, and I was like, I'm going to go to hot yoga tomorrow and work this off, and it's going to be great. It's a 90-minute session. I'm going to kill it. Let's fire up another round. I mean, I was all about it. And then the morning comes, and you're like, did I really think that I was going to do this? Did I really commit? Yes, I signed up for it. Yeah, I could just take the hit. It's $22. That's pretty high for a one-off yoga class, but dude, it's worth it. I mean, I could have sacrificed that $22 into nothingness. If I didn't show, they wouldn't care. It'd be one extra spot. They wouldn't mind. They wouldn't miss me. But I'm very proud of myself. I stuck through. And not only did I do that, I did some chores on the way over. This is the beautiful thing, folks, I'm telling you, because you cannot mess around. If you live in the northern part of Outer Banks, you don't want to be coming back too late in the afternoon or even mid-morning because the traffic's a little nutty. So I was ahead of schedule. I went to Walmart on the way to the hot yoga class to pick up a few items. Kitty litter, yes, the kitty's down here. Tripod, 3-legged Leia's down here. I brought down the automatic cat box, which is the most incredible invention. I mean, I know people talk a lot about AI and, GLP-1 or whatever. The automatic K-litter box is pretty much, to me, a modern miracle. And it's so impressive that I cleaned it out and brought it down with me so Leia can continue to use it and I don't have to deal with much. It's amazing. So I had to get some extra K-litter, and I had to get some Snack Attack, Cheez-Its, Doritos, Cheetos, probably. I think I got a whole variety pack, man. I'm going to crush all that. Peanuts. Gotta get the proteins in there. Little Mr. Peanut. The little dude with the monocle. Mr. Peanut has a monocle, doesn't he? Or does he wear glasses? Is this the Mandela effect? Does he not have eye attire? Is he wearing rec specs? How about like a sporty Mr. Peanut with a headband and Kurt Rambis style rec specs? I think that would encourage. They should do that around, the launch of the basketball season. Boom. Sales go up 30%. Thank you. Marketing genius Rob Rafferty. At your service. I give it away. I just give it away. I give out my best material. I know the universe will come back one day and reward me for that. If I don't see Mr. Peanut with rec specs, a headband, wristbands, and spinning a basketball like the Globetrotters around March Madness season 2026, someone is sleeping at Switch, man, because I'm telling you, that would be a dominant campaign. Dominant. Do you have brand loyalty in Peanuts? Is there anything that competes with Mr. Peanut? I don't think so. That dude is Planners has locked the market down. We gotta get the FTC and they're gonna do an investigation. It's got a monopoly status, man. Can you even name another brand of peanut? No, they probably own they probably own it all, and they just jack the prices up. I do occasionally get the generic peanuts because they're noticeably less expensive. I don't know how Planners exists actually. The only reason I got Planners today is they had an amazing deal. I'm such a sucker for those little yellow tags at the Walmart. Like, roll back, baby, is blue or yellow. I can't remember. It's like, roll back, woo! They had the happy face rolling back with the, is it pistol fingers or whatever? This little smiley dude pointing his finger at you, rolling it back. Like 2 for $5 or something. Hell yeah, I'm going to crush that. I'm going to get 2. I don't need 2. I'm going to get 2. And I got one that's just like regular salted, dry, roasted Planners, classic. And another one that's called sweet and spicy. I'm like, huh. Only because the little happy rollback man is pointing at me, am I now going to give a little bit of experimentation in the peanut game? I'm going to try these salt and sweet and spicy, something like that. Never would I actually go for that. But it just seemed like the right thing to do. So that's going to be fun to chow down. I'll probably fix, I can probably consume a jar of Planners in about 2 days. That's my problem. And my dog loves peanuts, dude. I sit there with Kuna and we just like look at the sunset and take turns sticking our face in the Planners jar. I like the tall boys, you know what I'm saying? The tall boys. More so than the metal cans. Although they're dude, if you get like the Redskins, I think they're called. That is what they're called. I believe that is the correct terminology. They're like peanuts with a little bit of the skin on them. Man, that's good stuff. I didn't get those. I should have got those. What else did I get? Coffee pods. We needed massive coffee pod action, so I hit up the breakfast blend. Big old box of that. Snack Attack. Kitty litter. I'm going to run this dude over. What's up? Try not to hit anybody. Everyone's walking to the beach. Everyone's walking down to the beach today, getting in the rays, soaking in the sun god. One last time. I think a lot of people are just going to be heading out. Not us. I get to stay till tomorrow. That's the virtue of being an owner. You can come and go as you please, as long as you're not renting it out, which we typically do in June and July. So good times are afoot. Oh, okay. I'm pulling in. That was quite the ordeal. A great way to start the day. 90 minutes of hot yoga action. I feel decent. I definitely need to rehydrate and take a nap, get some caffeine, throw back a few brujas. This weekend is off to a wonderful start. I hope your weekend's off to an excellent start. I may upload this episode and put it on the next day because it's just, it's harder to stay on top of things down here and outside of my studio in Arlington, Virginia, eh? But it's been a good time, man. Back-to-back yoga, back-to-back Outer Banks hot yoga action. I appreciate you being here for the latest episode, and we'll get it back going on next week. I'm back in Arlington. I'm gonna go into West Virginia, eh? In the later part of next week, so that'll be fun. I need to reconnect with some people there. My man Code H. If Nate Dogg's in there, I don't know if he's going to be there, but we'll get some, I got to get some footage. I got to get some interviews. It's been a while. And maybe one of these days we're going to do that Whatnot broadcast. So stay tuned for that. Lots of excitement on the horizon. And exactly 2 months from today, August 23rd, October 23rd, 2 months from today, I turn 50 years old. I'm having a massive party. Well, it's like a small party. It's really an excuse for me to do a performance, a little stand-up comedy, PowerPoint, type stuff. It'll be fun. Hired a funk band. I like funk music. That's going to be a good time. It's at a brewery, so we're all going to get, pound some IPAs, get some headaches for the weekend. It'll be a good time. It's a lot on the horizon this fall, folks. Stay tuned for more excitement on the Raff's Brain Podcast Hot Yoga Problems channel. Until then, namaste, mofos.